Six Nations of the Grand River for the all-Week 8 finale between the Toronto Monarchs and the Paris RiverWolves. Hello again, Lance Wynn, taking you through the ins and outs. Thanks for tuning in as always. Starting goalies for the Monarchs, it'll be Sam Haynes, comes in with a 3-1 record. At the other end, Ty Belanger, 2-3. He'll get the start for the RiverWolves. Officials for today's game, Mac Daddy Abbott is the crew chief he's working with. I said rapping before, but Roger Nurse can't rap, so rockin' Roger Nurse and Spencer Tanguay, head coaches for Toronto. Nick Krepensek, his assistants are Spencer James and Ryan Kelly. And on the flip side, Jamie Dubrick in his 8th season, the head coach for Paris. His assistant not here, Chris Driscoll, but Kyle Leeming is. We're underway here as these two teams come in. Of course, the Monarchs sitting 4-3, the RiverWolves at 2-4. It was Paris that unfortunately not able to play last week due to weather conditions. 2 games in the all were postponed, and so we're ready to go here. Both these two teams looking to pick something up. Good job there by Cody Martin, and now a first look here at the Paris offense. Of course, some changes and some adjustments made as that shot from Gillespie well wide of the mark. Ball loose, fished out. And a good job there by Tyler Clark. Shot clock not working, so we're going to have to go the manual count. That's going to be a violation, and we'll give it back to the Monarchs, sporting their new purple jerseys for the first time here as Riley Ford will bring it over the timeline. Jordan Dance out there as well on that left side. Keep an eye out. Tanner Buck, another strong lefty as Ford went down awkwardly, and he's very slow to get up, and I'm not sure if he may have twisted the ankle, but either way, RiverWolves now. Graham Bergsma will step in on the offensive side. Good to get things all smoothed away there, and now to work is Owen Rice. Rice thought he lost it, still had it, had Bergsma going to try to duck in. Good defense, Patrick Thompson. He closed that off. Thompson now will scoop it up. He's on the run. He's got Mason Kaminga with him. He'll drop it to the trailer. Chance here as looked like Liam Aston. Let me just double check and see, but a good job on the initial save by Bellinger. And now Gillespie to work. Dylan Gillespie has come on strong the last couple of games, as has Big Andy Campbell. Bulls his way, a quick shot right on. Ball loose in the middle. Bergsma will foot it out, and a good job to fish that out will give the RiverWolves a fresh 20 now with Gillespie. Working on the right side with Bergsma. Bergsma one-on-one. 10 on the shot clock. Skip pass across Campbell. Campbell gets a screen. Campbell lets it go. Another good save. So 2 good saves from Sam Haynes. And now Toronto with possession. They'll look to work it over the timeline. They do. Good job by Graydon Foulon. Gives way to Tanner Buck. Buck, one of the leading scorers on this team. That sidearm just goes wide, and I'm not sure if it was deflected, and it was not. And it'll be an over and back call, and Paris now with possession. Dawson Brown working out there with Stephen Pelliccioni. Brown now will wait, so second offensive unit out here to work. That big shot and a good save there by Rice, as Rice had a bit of an opening, but again, good job by the Monarchs to close things off in a hurry. Cohen Jennings, he'll give way, and now Dance will float out, and they'll kick it across, work it to Buck. Liam Aston on that right side as that big rebound came floating out as Ty Gesso let one go. And Paris now, as we head toward the 11-minute mark, just underway here, quarter number 1, as we wrap up Week 8 in the Arena Lacrosse League. I'll get you caught up on scores from Friday and Saturday. Rice blowing by, tried to go 5-hole, took a late hit. Good sportsmanship, though. Certainly no intent, as Haynes closed that off now, and a chance here to move it up. That shot well wide of the mark. And that's Hukel, as RiverWolves will play the carom, and now it's Bergsma. Of course, Toronto, when their last game last week was a 20-13 win over the Peterborough Timbermen. Bergsma shot picks the corner. So Graham Bergsma stepping up offensively, opens the scoring, and the RiverWolves with a 1-0 lead. Graham Bergsma, of course, been a part of the Arenalacrosseleague since its inception 9 seasons ago, and you can see the difference. Good discipline. Took the shot when he had the opening, didn't try to force it, and it was a good shot low into the far corner. Off the draw, Koichi Nakamura in some trouble. Gets taken down, and Kaminga will scoop up the loose ball, and he'll look to move it up over the timeline. RiverWolves strike first here at the ILA. Ashton will swing that down. And Dance will swing that across to Ford. Ford on the run, lets the underhand go. Wickets closed up. Good save made there by Bellinger. And now a pass ahead to Brown. Brown trailing Bergsma. Bergsma has Trevor McDonald on him, and good defense there. Brown now with 10 on the shot clock. Thompson on him. That one goes off the post. Deflected, picked up though. Good job to get that ahead by McDonald. Chance now. Huko goes to the shot, short side, but a good save there. It'll come back the other way in a hurry. Bergsma, numbers now for the RiverWolves. Campbell, quick stick. Beautiful save there by Haynes. Goaltending, outstanding early on. Transition as well. Now is Buck to the attack. Numbers for the Monarchs. Buck goes to the wickets again. That's closed off. Bellinger will loft one up. Good job to run under that. Here come the RiverWolves. Transition. Another great save by Haynes. That pass just a bit too high and out of the reach of Cohen Jennings. And Paris now will slow things up here with Matt Laboute. Rice will swing that up. So our first penalty will come, and it'll go against Toronto. Still 10 on the shot clock. Campbell swings it across. Rice lets it go. That one steered aside. Good pad save, but there'll be a reset to 20. Good job by Paris to keep the Monarchs pinned in their own end. Campbell is going to tee that one up, and another good save made there by Sam Haynes. So the first power play opportunity of this game will go to the Paris RiverWolves. They come in working at a power play efficiency rate of 65%. The Monarchs have killed off 42% of their man-short situations. We are just under 10 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. In case you missed it, Friday night it was Brampton. Overtime winners, 12-11 over the Oshawa Outlaws. Brampton still sitting atop the standings at 6-1, as you can see the illegal cross-checking call. Oshawa falls to 2-6. Yesterday's action, the Whitby Steelhawks, 10-9 winners over the Six Nations Snipers. Whitby now 5-3, Snipers 2-5. And Peterborough 16-13 winners over the Ohsweken Bears. Peterborough 5-3, the Bears are 3-4. That shot almost slipped past Haynes, but instead it'll go to Bellinger, who will slow it up, and Patrick Thompson right in his grill. He'll have to make up some ground. Here's Bergsma. Campbell, chance, Campbell bounce. So first power play results in the team's second goal, a 2-0 lead for the RiverWolves, and that's the 13th of the season for Andy Campbell, doing his thing here in this 2025-26 all season. But I had a chance to speak to both coaches, and I will say we didn't go into too much strategy, because really when you talk about the main challenge in coaching in the Arenalacrosseleague is the ever-changing lineup. As Noah Kearney battling for it, gets taken down, and It gets scooped up in a hurry by Jonathan Gagliardi. So Gagliardi, he'll retreat now and give way as Kearney out there on the left side with Buck. They'll swing it across Gesso. Looking for the give and go. It finds the stick of Buck. Skip across again. Ashton's shot right on. He gets his own rebound. Reset to 20. Swing around. Dance. Gets it back. Takes the sidearm wide of the mark. That's going to carry him up and over the timeline. That's going to be a violation. So Paris defensively holds strong on that possession. Now they'll let their offense go to work. We're under 8 minutes to go, quarter number 1. Bergsma, he'll swing it across, working with Campbell. These two have worked well together here. Quick shot right on, and a good save made by Haynes. Ball loose, and that's going to get moved up over the timeline by Chris Harlan. Harlan jumping in the rush, 3-on-2. Tiptoeing back, Harlan looking to get it back, couldn't play the carom. Tough pass from Ben Heidecker, and instead it comes back the other way. 2-on-2. Kaznazelski out there, and good to have him in the Arenalacrosseleague. Rice will keep it on this side on the offensive side, but again, it little ping pong action, and it winds right back to the RiverWolves now. And peeling out is Jack Parker. Gives up to Rice. Rice. Toronto extending their defense, trying to push Paris further away. Campbell with 2 on him. He'll just shoot that down in the corner, and we're going to see here if we're just going to go to our media timeout, and that will take us to our first officials timeout. Back here after our officials timeout, Jordan Dance will inbounds and jump start this Toronto offense. Quiet here as we are just about 6.5 in. Ford, his bounce shot stopped. So well executed, but a good shot, a better save. RiverWolves trying to move it up. Cam Mancini had that one knocked down. That'll be an 8-second count. Great forechecking by the Monarchs. They'll go right to work. Dump down low. Ford in tight. Rings it off the post. Gesso picks up the loose ball, so they'll reset the offense here. So 2 glorious chances from point blank for Riley Ford, denied both times. Ashton on the run, kicks it out to Dance. Dance. That backhand into the screen will send the ball up the other way. So the RiverWolves, and then they decide that they're going to be extremely generous, give that right back. Good job by Ford to scoop that one up. Brown in hot pursuit. Good transition defense for Paris now, and they'll set things up. That shot right on. Ball loose. Good job, RiverWolves pick that up. Cody Martin wheeling through a few, and now Logan Beach. Nakamura trying to turn the corner. Gets closed off. Kuminga. He's a handful. Shovel, Bergsma, 10 on the shot clock. Skip Campbell. Campbell trying to duck in. Too much ducking in going on as he's taken down by Matt Hodgkins. And good job by Toronto to hold on the defensive end of things. So between the defense and the goaltending, Stingy Ashton looking for Gesso. He'll swing that, kick that out. They'll swing it back. Cody Innes. Innes work it across, looking for Kearney. He's going to have to track this one down, and he does. Noah Kearney can't shed a defender. Kick it out. Buck, Dance, behind the net. Kick out. Dance had that pop out of his pocket. It's loose on the run now. Here come the RiverWolves with a chance. LeBoot dumps it off. Bouncer, 5-hole. Finds the mark. Brett Hansor on the board. It's 3-0 for the RiverWolves. So just a good piece of transition lacrosse. I think Toronto got caught with too many pinned in the offensive end. And when that ball caromed out, LeBoot was gone. Hanser, the beneficiary, down at the other end. And with 4.5 to go, it's a 3-0 lead for the home side RiverWolves. Off the draw, Nakamura wins that clean. Surprise, Ben Heidecker usually in there. Connor Scott tried to split a couple and lost it. Jennings is going to recover in Toronto now. So you got to figure that these Monarchs will look to be very deliberate in this offensive set. Still looking for their first goal of the game. Ford skips it across. Ashton on the run. His shot stopped. Bellinger's been good. Offensive rebound goes to Buck, and a fresh 20 now. Kuminga will jump into the rush, fill the middle. Ashton behind the net. Buck tried to duck that one up over off the back of Bellinger. Couldn't do it. And now Connor Scott's going to leg that over the timeline. So far an outstanding quarter played by these RiverWolves. Rice now isolated on the right side. Will work it across to Campbell. Campbell gets pushed out. Fakes. Goes for the dunk and missed it. Patrick Thompson's going to scoop that up. One pass ahead, Heidecker. Another pass ahead, Hodgkins. Good transition here. Trailer, filling, Innes. Ducks in, shot right on. Bellinger, another good save as he fishes it and sends away the RiverWolves. LeBoot puts on the brakes. Under 3 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Bergsma. Thompson on him. Bergsma changes the angle, just wide of the mark, and that goes out of play. Possession belongs to the Monarchs. Dance will inbounds. He'll be working with Kearney, Ashton out there, and Jesso. On the run, Dance. That's his shot. That one right on. Bellinger on the money here, as have been his outlet passes. Brown. No numbers offensively. He'll pull that out. They'll reset the offense now and work with Gillespie. Looking for the skip instead. Brown kept it himself. Chance now on the run. Jennings, if he can keep his footing, has Foulon with him. Jennings dumps it off. Foulon curls around, takes a good hard shot, but right on. So a good idea, and Bellinger with a great outlet pass, and Paris will set it up with Nozelski. Bergsma under the 2-minute warning. Campbell gets a step on Thompson. Good recovery. Campbell, too much bounce on the ounce. Bergsma, the Karam, dumps it inside, and great idea, but Nozelski just was not looking, and now Haynes will one-hop it. And Huko will set things up now. He'll give way. Ford, Buck. Swing it across, Innes, work it to Jesso, give and go inside. That would have been a tough trying to thread the needle there, and on the run again. Here comes the boot. Has a man with him, 3-on-2, dumps it inside, ill-advised, as that man was well covered. And now we're into the final minute here, quarter number 1. Harlan. That shot again gets blocked now, scooped up, and Scott will move it. Nakamura, one-on-one, Nakamura. Quick shot! Koichi Nakamura, 4-0 for the RiverWolves. Well, if it can go right for a team in the first quarter, Paris is certainly getting the job done right now. 42.8 seconds left, and they have accounted for all the scoring in the opening 15. And if you're Nick Krepensek and the coaching staff from Toronto, you know if you get one, you're going to get two, and then probably three, but it's just about getting that fire started. Off the draw. Heidecker was in there this time. Huko, great job. He goes for it hard. Too much, though, Two hands on will give possession now to Paris as they'll work the game clock down now to the final 30 seconds. Rice. 4-second differential. Rice, that good pad save made by Haynes. Net empty, but intercepted. Bellinger, good job. Zipped that one across, and that's an over and back call. So Harlan's going to try to scoop it up. That's going to be a delay of game call. And that's easy. You can make that call from here. So maybe trying to do a little too much with a 4-goal lead there with Bellinger. Either way, 11.8 seconds remaining. And the Monarchs will start their first power play opportunity of this game. They come in working at a 76% efficiency rate. The Paris penalty kill at just 39. So we'll see if they can get something done here. Delay a game to call. Final possession will belong to the Monarchs. They will not pull their goalie for the extra attacker, and they'll go to work right now with Gesso. Time ticking away. 8. Buck. Swing it. Ashton. Bouncer. Stopped. Pops loose. Backhand try. No. Creased the call with 1.7 seconds. And Bellinger is going to play that. I'm not sure why, but they'll just let it run out. 15 minutes in the books. 4-0 for the RiverWolves. All set to go. Second quarter action. The Paris RiverWolves have put together a fine opening 15 minutes here at the ILA. Looking to keep things going. Patrick Thompson. Speaking of keeping things going, Patrick Thompson's going to have to get things going for these Monarchs. Mason Kaminga dumps it off. Liam Ashton swing it around, and Buck will wait, get the rest of the offense out there, and they'll go to work with 15 on the shot clock. So a power play opportunity here. Their first of the game. Ford out there. Interchange with Jessel. Right up. Rebound, Buck. Right off the head. Rebound again. Bellinger has just been a wall here in this quarter and a bit. Now Paris with Brown will look to burn some clock here. And they'll get it to the big man, Andy Campbell. A minute left in the penalty as Campbell gets stripped, but ball floats loose now, and Aaron Walker will scoop it up, get it to Ashton. Ashton will wait, check the back door. Buck itching. He'll float out, as will the rest of the offense. Now it's Gesso. Dance. Working with Buck. That shot right on. Offensive board picked up by Buck. 35 seconds left in the power play. Dance. Trying to force one through. Ashton did a good job to provide a little bit of blocking into the final 8 seconds of the shot clock. Got to go. Gesso has the opening. Tried to go top corner, missed it. Buck, rebound, changes the angle, right down. Rebound, tucked in, wide open net. So Bellinger did everything he could. Made the first 2 stops, but his defense let him down. Monarchs on the board now. It's 4-1. Give Ty Gesso some credit. He was right place at the right time, sitting on that doorstep. Was able to pick up that loose ball. That's his 8th goal of the season. And off the draw, here come the Monarchs now. Got a little pep in their step here. Matt Kim out there, so Thompson's going to stay out on offense. Teams now back to full strength after the power play goal. Thompson one-on-one. Blows by Nakamura. That shot right on. Kearney does a great job to track down that loose ball and give his team 20 more. Dance. That's as close as you can get to a slash without it being called. Gesso, and too much on that screen and roll. Nakamura is on the move. Shipping him down, telling him to move, get going. Instead, Nozelski will swing that across, and it's Rice. So first goal of the second quarter goes to Toronto. Inside tight, going to be a penalty called here, and it's going to go against Toronto. And that's going to allow the RiverWolves their second power play opportunity of this game. So it looks like Matt Hodgkin's the guilty party. He'll go for slashing. Paris 1 for 1 with the man advantage. A chance here to answer back that goal they gave up earlier. And Rice will inbound. So Rice, Bergsma out there, Campbell. Bergsma steps into that shooter's gap looking for an opening. Campbell will try to slide that by. Good save by Haynes. And Haynes now will step out and air it out. Back door. Ford going to try to track it down. Hanser's going to be in there with him, and a good job by Bellinger to fish it, and Rice. Minute 30 to go here in the power play. Campbell. Bergsma sizing it up, kicks it back out. That shot well away, and that one just caught the post, so it'll stay right here, belonging to the RiverWolves. And Bergsma will swing that on the skip. Nothing doing on a bad pass by Parker, and it's going to go all the way down. So Foulan's going to jump all over it, and they'll work it now to Gagliardi. Him and Foulan will work the two-man game, try to burn some clock here. Final minute of the penalty, and Ford will go for a bit of a jog. Scott on him. Shovel pass as Buck did a good job on the backdoor cut. Now Gagliardi sheds a defender, goes to the backhand. That's wide. Ford trying to get it and get out instead. Good job by Buck to back him up. And now Paris will get possession. Final 34 seconds left in a man advantage. Just want to welcome our viewers. No, you don't get a chance to see this on the Sunday, but a beautiful Sunday afternoon here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Big shot, Rice! So calculated and well placed. Owen Rice in the scores column, and it's a 5-1 lead. Another power play goal for the RiverWolves. So another big goal there for Paris. Last time these two teams played was early January, and Toronto a lopsided 18-8 win. So if you're Paris, you are just looking for something positive. Paris has struggled of late, and I think that's more due to personnel issues than anything. But if you look at the standings in the Arenalacrosseleague, and we'll certainly go to that. Good job by Heidecker. We'll get it, and they'll settle things down. Foulan will work it over to Buck. Sorry, over to Dance. Dance and Buck, left side, cut, late pass. Karam up too high. Good job, Ashton. Goes airborne with 10 on the shot clock. Ashton dunks at it, feathers it in. Beauty save by Bellinger as creased the call on a nice feed from Ashton. May have been just a little tight. Not a whole lot of room. Hanser struggling with it. Trevor McDonald with a little intimidation, and McDonald now off to the races here. 3-on-3. He'll think better of it, and he'll retreat. Good job by Trevor McDonald, and now Gesso. Thompson out there on that right side. Kick it across. Kearney. That sidearm. Too much side on it. And that goes up. Good job, though, by Kearney to track it down. 5 on the shot clock. Kearney lets it go. Good save, Bellinger. He'll look to air it out. Gets it up. Mancini. No numbers, though, for the RiverWolves. And that pass picked off by Kuminga. So a bit careless there. And Kuminga will bring it back over the timeline for the Monarchs. Innes will work it on the overload right side. Ashton dumps it off. Ford trying to duck in. Goes low, and he sneaks it through. So Riley Ford gives his team a much-needed boost. with his 10th of the season now, and it's 5-2. You saw an overload on that far side. Kuminga stayed on. So a bit of an overload on the right side. They opened things up on the left with Ford, and he was able to get a step and tuck that one in on the short side on Bellinger, who has been really, really good here in this first half. Off the draw. Won by the Monarchs. Good job by Matt Kim, and they'll set things up now as we hit the 9-minute mark. Second quarter here, week 8, wrapping up in the Arenalacrosseleague. Thompson gets the screen. Patrick Thompson, top corner bounce. Well, I said they need a little something from Patrick Thompson, and they got it. Big one, his first of the game, and it's now 5-3. Tell you, hard to find good help around nowadays. So big goal, close the gap now to 2. That's the closest that Toronto has been since early in the first quarter when they were trailing by 2. Rebound now, Monarchs feeling it. They'll scoop that up, and they'll set up the offense now with Foulon. Dance has been quiet up to this point, but the entire Monarchs offense has been. Gesso with some room. Gesso! So Bellinger, who was a solid wall early on, has let a couple of tough ones get by him, and it's a 5-4 game. Second of the game for Gesso. He's got 9 this season, and with just under 8.5 to go, it's a 1-goal lead now for Paris. This has kind of been the MO for the RiverWolves so far this season, where they've been able to put together even 3 strong quarters, but the fourth quarter has really been an issue, and that's due to personnel. Again, when you come in couple players short, you're missing a couple of your big guns, and you're still battling hard as Campbell now looking for an opening on the left, getting worked over by Heidecker. His quick bounce shot will carry him up. Toronto's going to run under it. Heidecker is going for the head. Harlan's got it. Harlan off the crossbar. Ricochets back. Mancini plays the carom, and he'll dump it off Bergsma. Bergsma curls around and gets a late hit. He didn't see Hodgkins, and Hodgkins runs him over. No call there, and it'll be McDonald. Quick pass up ahead to Ford. Innes. 7.5 to go here. Out late. Dance walks in off the post. So Iron clinging all over, but no mesh to be found, and it's still a 5-4 game. Innes. Isolated, one-on-one, ducks back in, gets a good screen. Twister from Ashton, and we're all tied at 5. Eighth of the season for Liam Ashton, and I think we're going to get a timeout called on the play as a 4. So it was a timeout called, and a good timeout called by Jamie Dubrick and the RiverWolves. It was 4-0 Paris after 1. We're now tied at 5 here and off the draw. It's loose. Good job. Kearney again fishing out another loose ball. Gets it over to Thompson. Thompson had a man and thought better of it. He'll wait for the trailer now. They'll set it up Gesso. Skip pass across. Finds Dance. Dance almost tripped up. Kicks it off. 10 on the shot clock. Thompson with Gesso. Inside tight. And Kearney took a hard hit. That's going to be an illegal cross check. That's an easy call. That one goes off of Kearney. And Kearney's still trying to shake it off and run it down. And That's going to give Toronto their second power play opportunity. They're 1 for 1 with the man advantage. And that is the case, so it's going to go to Brett Hanser. A legal cross-check, and I think Andy Campbell might be looking for an explanation, but it's a check in the back, and that's the bottom line. So it'll be Gesso out there with Ashton working with Innes on the right. Now Buck and Ford. That shot bouncer finds the mark, Gesso. So Jesso's feeling it with his third of the game. Both teams have capitalized on the power play, second power play goal for the Monarchs, and they have their first lead of the game now, 6-5. So 5 unanswered goals for the Monarchs. We're just under 6.5 to play here in this second quarter. So momentum has shifted just a bit here. Monarchs now. I said if the Monarchs get 1, they'll probably get 2, maybe 3, and sure enough, that has been the case. Patrick Thompson now. Nakamura on him. Thompson can see that mismatch right there and going to need a little bit of help. As he kicks it out, Dance will swing it. Kearney has had a fine game. Bounce shot! Beauty job, Noah Kearney, and the Monarchs are rolling along here now, 7-5. So a good job by Kearney. He's done a great job tracking down loose balls, so doing a lot of the intangibles, but that was just a good bounce shot, and you can see the last 3 goals that Bellinger has surrendered have all been bounce shots. So clearly the Monarchs sticking with a trend there. Off the draw, Paris controls. Not sure as LeBout got taken down, and he's slow to get up. So Rice now. So the Paris offense hasn't really been non-existent, but Owen Rice is in the building and showing his face for the second time in this game. A big goal there makes it 7-6. That's been Rice's spot. That's where he scored the first goal. Came right back with a good overhand again. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep rolling with it. And it's back to a 1-goal affair here. 5:45 to go first half. Off the draw. Monarchs control. Flip to Harlan. Thompson will bail them both out. Thompson now will wait, spread the floor, survey the situation. If he's one-on-one, I'll tell you, he's a handful. And he'll work it over to Dance. Speaking of handfuls. Dance will work it. Ashton with 10 on the shot clock. Ashton working with Thompson. A lot of size. Inside twister. Great save. Those two worked that play well. I tell you, and Kearney with a collision there. And now Ashton. Kearney will swing it across to Buck. Buck has some space. Ducks in. Twister. That one missed wide. It's going to pop up, and the RiverWolves are going to run under it. Nazelski dumps it off. Gillespie was floating through the middle, but took a check, and instead it's going to come back the other way. And Gagliardi. He'll dump it off, and it's Ford. Swing it down to Dance. 4.5 to go. Dance, tough pass to Innes. Good job by Innes to corral that. Skip on the cut. Dance rolls off one. Dance faked up, faked down, and stayed down. Jordan Dance makes it 8-6. First of the game for the Dancer. As he, of course, the leader on this Toronto team, and The 2-goal cushion restored. So we've had some outstanding games played already here in Week 8. An overtime win for Brampton on Friday, a 10-9 win for Whitby on Saturday over Six Nations, and a 16-13. Now full on, tried to go far side. Bellinger, good outlet pass, and that will send away LeBout. LeBout puts on the brakes. He's going to draw a double team, scampers away from that, and Bergsma will provide some relief. Rice. 10 on the shot clock. Campbell from way out, and that one snuck through, but I think we may have a penalty coming up here. And if so, it's going to go against Toronto. And it looks like Matt Hodgkins headed to the penalty box. So that would allow the RiverWolves to go to their third power play of this game. Much needed. They're 2 for 2 with the man advantage. And they could certainly use a lift here. Bergsma. So Hodgkins, 2 minutes holding the stick. Patrick Thompson, 1 man to beat. I don't know what he's waiting on. Taking it in, leans in, twister right on, and good job to use the body by Rice. He knew he was outmatched size-wise, but a good job to disrupt Thompson just enough. Bergsma has some room. Goes to the overhand. That one steered aside by Haynes. Rebound picked up, fresh 20. Bergsma again. Skip across. Great save, Haynes. Quick stick, and Haynes was quicker. Rice changes the angle right on. Kaminga flips it up as he ran into some trouble. That'll go a majority of the way down the carpet, and Rice will retrieve it, bring it back up with a minute to go in the power play. 2:40 to go in the first half. Bergsma steps in, ducks in again, kicks it out. Campbell looking for Bergsma again. Probably should have taken that shot. Instead on the rebound, Brown, sidearm wide. Rice retrieves it, 8 on the shot clock. Campbell, good hard shot, but Haynes read that like a novel. Good outlet pass now. Here come the Monarchs. Agliardi. He'll just hold it now. 20 seconds left to burn here in the Toronto penalty. Buck, he's just going to keep it out with 10 on the shot clock. Dance. He won't. Got Scott on him. Great spin. Puts on the brakes and takes a chop there. No call. And possession will now belong to the RiverWolves. So Paris will work it up. Final seconds tick off. Teams now back to full strength. 8-6 the lead for the Monarchs. As we are rolling a little closer to that minute and a half mark. Gillespie kicks it out. Finds Brooks. Campbell tried to take something off on a changeup, but good job by Haynes to close the wickets. And now it'll come back the other way. Gesso trying to work Mancini. Gesso fakes that over, dumps it. Buck, kick out. Innes teed it up. Oh, that rocket off the post and in. Cody Innes, 9-6. Just a good shot from Innes, his 9th of the season, and that's hard off the post and in. And boy, these Monarchs have come alive here in the second quarter after getting shut out in the opening 15 minutes. They've reeled off 9 here in the second quarter. Nakamura off the draw. Does a good job there to get it to Nozilski. He has it stripped from him. We're into the final minute. Kearney keeps the feet moving. Great job, Noah Kearney. He'll pull up, wrong stick side, and Boy, he's been a beast on the boards for the Monarchs here in this game. Dance. Dance lets it go. Right on. Trying to get his own rebound. Takes the body. Does get it. Flips ahead. Forward and tight. Riley Ford on the doorstep. 10-6 Toronto. Great job. Riley Ford able to slip loose. And, of course, the Dancer able to find him with the shovel pass. Ford with his 11th of the season, second of the game, comes with 35 seconds left here in this first half. So what a second quarter for these Toronto Monarchs, their largest offensive output in a quarter, as Nakamura interference the call, and possession will belong to Toronto, who will take a timeout, giving us a quick break. Set for the final 34 seconds here at the ILA of this opening half. It's been a tale of two quarters. RiverWolves 4-0 at the end of the first 15 minutes. We're now 10-6 Toronto, and we're in a dying second. So a 2-second differential. Shot clock and game clock here as the Monarchs will keep it pulled out. Not sure. They'll try to play for as close to the last shot as they can. Buck will keep it with 15 on the game clock. 10. Here they go. Ennis bounces out. Interchange with Ashton. 5. Ashton on the run. Off the post. Final 5 seconds. And if you're Paris, you're just going to hold off here. And buzzer goes. 10-6 Monarchs after 2. All set to go here for third quarter action. A big second quarter for the Toronto Monarchs. Have given them a 10-6 lead here. So Paris is going to need a bit of a spark. So as many as they were up after one, they're down at the half as off the draw. Buchel does a good job to get a hold on that, and he'll pull that out. And now Toronto will set things up on offense. So teams are at full strength. Buck, interchange on the far side. They'll work it to Ashton. Ashton weaves through. 5. Inside, tight. Backhand try, but creased the call. So a good attempt from Ennis, but ran out of real estate. And now Brown will trot over the timeline. He'll be met by Hodgkins, and Rice now will settle it down. Rice has been outstanding for the RiverWolves here in the first half. Campbell trying to get a step on Harlan. Dumps it back out. 10 on the shot clock. Rice lets it go off the post. Rebound. Gillespie couldn't fish it through the 5-hole. Takes a late hit there from Kuminga, and a quick outlet to Gagliardi. 3-on-2 Monarchs. That shot right off the logo. So a good save made there by Bellinger, and now a quick pass up ahead to Beach. Beach will flip. Bergsma will take over. And inch over to that right side. Bergsma. Skip pass across. Rice looking to duck in. Good hesitation move. Gets bounced out. Still shaking and baking behind the net. Shovels picked off by Jennings. So Toronto defense stepping up here early in the third quarter as they put the kibosh on that offensive opportunity. And now it'll be Buck. That pass, Ashton diving off the post. So again, point blank, Liam Ashton able to beat Bellinger, but not the iron, and now Mancini. Gillespie, gonna have to get something from him here. Gillespie's shot from way out, almost slithered through, but Haynes closed him up. And I stand corrected. That one went past the goal line, so a big goal as I say they need something from Gillespie, and he delivers from way out. First of the game for Dillon, a big one as Toronto gets on the board first here in the third. It's 10-7. From my vantage point up here, I can't see if it crossed the line as soon as that goaltender goes down. But a good piece of officiating. They were in the right place at the right time now. And I'm not sure who they're going to give the delay to, Kuminga, or they're going to give it to Tyler Clark. Kuminga smacked the stick out of his hand. So it looks like Clark is going to go for a delay. That's going to give Toronto their third power play opportunity of the game. They're 2 for 2. So a tough one there, but a whole lot of arguing about a rule that's been around now for 9 seasons. You're not allowed to touch or be in possession of the ball when the shot clock goes. If you touch it after that, it's a penalty. So these players know that. Gesso at the top working with Ford. No look pass. Inch and Ford almost got it right back, and instead they're calling through the crease, and it'll belong to Paris. Has that one knocked down. Bergsma, good job to go get it. Going to try to swim his way over the line. He manages to shovel it up. So a good job now, and Huko's going to move it over the timeline. And that one, a crease call. So I know I'm calling him Huko, and I hope it is, and it is. So just to make sure, as looking at my roster, making sure we're all together. Rice going for a run as he gets it over to Campbell. Campbell, 5 on the shot clock. He'll try to body his way in, gets taken down, scooped up and right on. So a good effort there made by Jack Parker. Didn't get lucky, but now just 50 seconds left here in the Toronto power play. 10-7 game, third quarter, week 8, Arenalacrosseleague, wrapping up here. Buck, Kearney right on, Bellinger. He'll loft that one up and into the basket of Brown. Brown puts on an extra burst of speed, but Walker was there to meet him. Now Gillespie has an opening. Big man trying to go through. Good job to close that up as the Toronto defense quick to react. Rice, final 15 seconds to burn here. Skips by 2, wrong stick side, rolls back. Backhand shovel try. Good effort. So some good work by Owen Rice, who has put together a strong game here. Kearney, penalty over, teams back to full strength. Dance, looking to turn the corner. Kearney tried to duck and go, but a good read there defensively, and Paris now will work it up with 10.5 to go here in the third. Bergsma. He'll skip back out, wait for something to develop, and kick it out to Gillespie. It's going to be a penalty, as looks like Trevor McDonald a little too aggressive. 4 on the shot clock, got to let it go right on. Stopped by Haynes, and McDonald will scoop it, and it'll be an interference call, I believe. Let me just double check if that was. So that's going to allow Paris to go to their 4th power play opportunity. They are 2 for 3 with the man advantage and trailing by 3 here. So a big power play opportunity for the RiverWolves to close the gap. Bergsma will skip that across. They'll work it around, give everyone a touch. Campbell behind the net. In tight, quick release, and nothing doing. Good job to get it, get out, reset, back up. Rice. Rice to the bounce. This time, nothing doing with Haynes. And now Huko's going to move it up over the timeline. So illegal body checking, the call on Trevor McDonald. Now Gesso. See, they've got the floor spread, and there's a whole lot of guys on the floor for Toronto, and that's an easy call. As I looked over, and they had at least 5 on the floor. They had 6 initially and took one off, but they're short, and they're going to be 2 men short now. So for a minute and 11 seconds, Paris will have a 5-on-3 advantage. I would expect they would play one security guy right back at the line, and that is what they're going to do, and they'll go 4-on-3 here. So the inverted triangle ready to go. Brown working with Rice. Campbell out there as well. Brown. Skip that over. Rice interchange. That pass right off the offensive player, and now Rice. He'll let it go. Missed the corner. Campbell comes in, and that one's stopped by Haynes. So 2 good chances, 2 good saves. Haynes airs it out, but gives it right back. And now they're going to move it up to Rice. Rice, quick pass to Brown. They have the advantage, 3-on-2. Dump down. Campbell tried to go downstairs, but telegraphed that. You got to fake once down there and then come back to the top. See if that adjustment's made. 20 seconds left in a 2-man advantage. Good job by Harlan. Scoots by a defender, and he'll stop, drop, and set up shop, half boards on the left side. Looking to burn the final 6 seconds here of the first penalty. Brown on him. Harlan will go with 4. His shot right on, stopped there by Bellinger, and he'll move it up. So 40 seconds left in the second penalty. Toronto did a good job of killing off the first now, and we'll see here if Paris now can take advantage. They'll work it over Campbell behind the net. Dump off Gillespie. Couldn't finish the quick stick. 7 on the shot clock. Rice. Bergsma dumps it off. Big shot right on and a good save. So a good shot there taken by Parker, but Haynes up to the task now, Kuminga. And that's an 8-second count. So Kuminga legging it out, ran out of time. And now Paris, finals dying seconds. Teams back to full strength. A double kill for the Monarchs. Gillespie. He'll let it go, bouncer. Good job of using your teammate, Dylan Gillespie. Second of the game, it's 10-8. So not a power play goal, but they managed to come away with something right after the penalty expired. And a big goal has closed the gap. So Paris with the first 2 here in this third quarter, just over 7 minutes remaining. So I wouldn't call that a picture-perfect power play by any stretch of the imagination, but got some good shots. Haynes was solid between the pipes, but Gillespie just utilizing the defender as a screen, was able to sneak one through. And now Kearney couldn't handle that pass right on. He's got to go hard for it. That one's kicked around. Parker in the mix over there, as is LeBout, and now it'll get up to Brown. Brown working with Bergsma. Bergsma's had a solid game here today for these RiverWolves. Kicks it out. Gillespie, been feeling it, trying to duck in, gets the double team. Jennings chases him out. Skip across. Quick shot! Back of the net. Great ball movement there by the RiverWolves, and we've got ourselves a 10-9 game. Tyler Clark with his first of the game comes at a real good time here. And I don't know, 3 unanswered from the RiverWolves. As you know, first quarter was 4-0 Paris after 1. Then it was 10-6 Monarchs at the break. And it's now 10-9. for Toronto, and off the draw, that's just too much, and it'll go to the Monarchs, and that will take us to our officials' timeout. Back after our officials' timeout, 6:21 remaining here in this third quarter. Told you the way things have rolled here. All Paris in the first, all Toronto in the second. Right now, all Paris here in the third. And we've got ourselves a one-goal game here. So offense to work now for Toronto. Dance. Dumps it down low. Ford on the curl. Ford ducks through two. Can't get a shot off. Kicks it out now, Ashton. Dance on the run. Backhand try with the net. Ford had it. Dance to rebound. Just wide. Had that open corner. Wasn't able to find the mark. Paris with it again. Gets dumped out. And Patrick Thompson with the interception. He'll move it back up the other way in a hurry. Thompson has a seam up the middle. Kicks it out. Working to Gesso. He'll kick that one, looking for Buck. A little tight, sorry, that was Innes, not Gesso. And inside close forward, but he was tightly covered. Bellinger will pick it up. And he'll move it up. Nozilski, he'll give way. And now Dawson Brown will handle it half boards right side. Couple of screens coming, a whole lot going on. Good job by Brown. 6 on the shot clock, gonna have to go to work. Thompson, good defense, close it off. Gonna have to take that shot and through the crease the call. So Paris never got a shot on that offensive set. Now Huko on the run. Has someone with him on that right side. Great save there from Bellinger. Chance now for Paris in transition. Nakamura. No numbers though. Good transition D from Toronto. As now they'll have to slow it up, set it up with Rice. Rice working to Gillespie. He'll get it back. Rice looking to duck in. Swing that around. Rice from way out lets it go. Steered aside. Gillespie manages to knock it down. Fresh 20. He'll kick it back out. They'll reset. And that pass Gillespie can't handle, so Huko will look, has a man now. And that pass just out of the reach of Gesso. Can't track it down. It gets knocked down and interference the call there. Easy call will give possession to Paris. And they'll, one pass almost gave it away. Good job there. Good hands from Logan Beach. Rice gets a screen from Bergsma. Tried to go top corner. Good job. Bergsma didn't expect it right back. Tried to recover. Good idea coming there from Parker, but instead now Jennings. He's going to curl out. He'll wait for the rest of the offense. And it's Ashton. Ford. Jennings will stay out there on the left side. Ford. Kick over. Quick shot, Gesso. Off the post and in. Big goal, 11-9. Fourth of the game for Ty Gesso. As he finds the mark with 3:25 to go here in the third. So, you know, as a shooter, if you're able to find some iron and it ricochets in, know that you've placed that ball perfectly. It's been a lot of shots down and on the carpet that have been the difference. Off the draw, one by Kemp. And Monarchs now will move it up. 2-goal lead for Toronto. Thompson will work it on that side with Innes. They'll wait, and it's the dancer. Swinging around Kearney. Kearney trying to lean in, switch hands. Kearney has it taken away. Good defense there. Ford with the body. Brown trying to hack his way, crease dive, but they're calling crease first. So good effort by Jordan Dance, but had the toes on the white line, and Paris now will counter. Bergsma. Good decision, didn't have an opening, and they'll set it back up. Brown will swing it to the left. Gillespie gets ahead of Steve, quick shot. Easy save for Haynes. Haynes will retrieve it. Jennings, Thompson, quick pass up to Heidecker. Heidecker's going to wait here, and if you're Toronto, you are in a good position here to have a good possession. Ashton has some room. That bullet just wide. Picked up Mancini. Mancini sidesteps Buck. Try to work it over the timeline. He does. Tracked down, though, by Gesso. Going to run into a double team with Ashton. Trying to swim his way out. Mancini shovel. It's a beauty to Rice. Rice hangs on. Goes for the dunk. Big save by Haynes. And through the crease the call, and that'll be possession belonging to Toronto. Not sure if that's going to take us to a timeout called on the play. So no one's going to the box. Goalie's going for a drink. We'll take a break. Back here, so that wasn't a full timeout. It wasn't an immediate timeout, but it was a timeout. 2:04 to play here in this third quarter. And Ashton's going to leg it up over the timeline. Toronto to work here with a 2-goal lead. Gesso. Ashton one-on-one. He's a handful. Ducks in. Gets wrapped up. Good save by Bellinger. And his outlet pass. They're going to have to hurry, though, to get over the timeline. They do. Scott holds tight. Had a man creeping up the middle, but would have had to go to the carpet to get that through. And now Rice. Minute and a half to go. He'll roll that to the top. They'll look to skip it instead. That shot from way out by Clark. And Haynes, the hookle. His shot stopped by Bellinger. Ball loose, and again another chance. Hookle makes good. So just a good effort, never giving up on the play. And that's a big goal there for Hookle. Big goal for Toronto as they extend the lead now to 12-9. So it's been a back and forth affair here, and off the draw, Heidecker comes away with it. Ben Heidecker, skip pass across, and the guy he beat on the face-off, Nakamura, head to Brown. Brown in alone. Brown stymied, though, by Haynes. Into the final 50 seconds here of this third quarter. Quick pass ahead to Gagliardi. He'll pull it out. And now it's Innes. Innes trying to duck in. Skips out. Goes to the sidearm finish. Cody Innes. Beauty shot for his second of the game. It's 13-9. Well, that's why they call it the fastest game on 2 feet in the blink of an eye. So pulling to within one did Paris, and RiverWolves answered right back with 3 of their own. And that's the difference now is 4 with 36 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Looks like we're going to have a goaltending change here as Connor Waller. No relation to Connor Weller, who is someone different. Waller in the game here. And Rice now. Good shake and bake. Rice tucks it in the top corner. So Haynes was expected something zipped in there. Instead, feathered nicely top corner for Rice. Third of the game. So a big goal for Paris. Cuts it now to a 3-goal deficit. We've seen a little of everything from Rice. He's had a couple of excellent overhands over top. Tried to change, went to the sidearm. Tried to go down through the 5-hole, unsuccessful, changed it up, change up, top corner. Nakamura battling for it, flips it up, instead it goes right to Hukel. Hukel has a man on Thompson. Thompson shot quick, almost got his own rebound. Game clock now at 12. Paris scoops it up. They got to hurry to get it over the timeline. They do call timeout, or try, they can't. And instead now it's going to go right up the middle. Chance here. Dump down low. Bouncer from Scott at the buzzer. 3 in the books here at the ILA. 13-10 in favor of the Monarchs. Ready to rock and roll here in this fourth quarter. 13-10 in favor of the visitors from Toronto. Trying to sweep one here. And trying to take the second of 2 against the RiverWolves. Off the draw, Thompson will control. Monarchs in the offensive end. Ashton, they'll give it right back. They'll find Ford. Ford had a notion, but almost shot that before he had it, and it'll get dumped off now. Kearney. 10 on the shot clock. In tight. Ford! Beautiful execution out of the quarter break. Well done by the Monarchs, 14-10. Beauty finished third of the game for Riley Ford, and that was all about everyone getting a touch. Good movement without the ball. Found the cutter wide open, and an easy finish there for Ford for a 4-goal lead. So if you are Nick Krepicek and the coaching staff, you got to be happy with the way the team responded to the instructions given. Off the draw now, it's Nakamura. Nakamura, he'll curl out. Rice now will wait for the rest of the offense and the RiverWolves. So let's see if Paris has another run left in him, down by 4. Rice from way out. That's steered just off the shoulder pad, picked up. And on the move now are the Monarchs with numbers, 3-on-2. Gagliardi cuts back in, gets chased out, finds Buck. Buck will think better of it and pull it right back out to the half boards on the left. Ennis from way out, he'll swing that back. Gesso, give and go to Jennings, that's gone and went. And now Bellinger back in the net as he got a breather from Waller, and a chance. Bergsma just wide. He can't believe he missed that. McDonald scoops it up. Trevor McDonald has a man with him. Dumps it over, and a tough pass as he had Dance and maybe put a little too much on it. Didn't have to zip it that hard. But either way now, Brown will bring it back. Bergsma. Clark dumps it off. Chased out of there, though, is Parker. And that shot right on by Gillespie, scooped up. And here comes Hukel. He's been all over this carpet here. On the run. Shake and bake, curls back out now, and he'll flip to Ford. They'll work it in the corner. Kearney, and get it back out to Ashton. Ashton, nothing doing there. Kearney trying to duck in, and there's going to be, could be a couple of penalties, but Kearney, a beast in beast mode, as he took at least 3 solid, 2 of those checks illegal, and we'll see here what the call is, because they got an illegal cross check, and they may have a high stick too on the play. So I see Connor Scott heading to the box. I think Tyler Clark's going to join him, or Hanser. It'll be Hanser. So we got a holding call and an illegal cross-check call that will give Toronto a 5-on-3. Two for three with the man advantage here. Chance to pocket a couple and maybe put this one away here. And you could see Bellinger wasn't sure where that ball was. Now this is going to be a monumental effort here. Cody Martin's going to have to keep those legs going here. He's going to run into a triple team and lose it quickly. Thompson has Jesso to the bounce. Jesso, great save there by Bellinger. Rebound, Ashton trying to get to it. Couldn't, and the RiverWolves do. Clark's just going to roll that one in the, Brown will roll that in the corner. Rice, great job to run under that. The flip, though, and he's going to run and go try and get that, too. Loses his stick, but does a great effort, so Owen Rice working hard. Thompson, Dancer off the post. My, oh my, he's been snake bitten here today, and I don't think Dance can touch it, but he went through the crease a couple of possessions later. Now back to work here. 50 seconds left in the two-man advantage. Ashton right on the crease. Jesso. No look. Dance. Ashton. A whole lot. Quick stick from Buck. Nothing doing. Rebound. No reset. Ashton in alone. Ashton, and they're going to say shot clock violation because there was no reset. So a good job by Paris. They dodge a bullet. They've got 25 seconds to burn here. Campbell. He's going to draw a whole lot of attention. Hodgkins and Aaron Walker on him tight. 10 seconds left here in the penalty. In both penalties. Campbell's going to hang on to it. Campbell. They can't take it from him. Penalties are over. Great job by Paris. Campbell goes the distance, and they're going to get a holding call. So Campbell not only burns the rest of the penalty, but he draws one as well. So a great job as Matt Hodgkins, the guilty party, is going to go for holding. That was just some great effort by Andy Campbell. And I tell you, I said to him prior to the game, he's having himself his finest season. And it's not just about how many times you score, but those are the plays that are instrumental in giving your team a chance to win. So back to the power play go the RiverWolves. Bergsman looking to Campbell. Campbell, quick shot. Good save there from Haynes. Ball loose. Campbell's going to have to scoop and go. Does. Kick out to the top. Rice! Underhand! Beebe! Oh, he's been on the money today. That's his fourth of the game. Another power play goal for the RiverWolves. And the lead now is 3, 14-11. So with just over 10 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter, certainly plenty of time for Paris to close this gap here. But this really has been a game of runs. You can see 4-0 Paris after 1, 10-6 Monarchs at the break, 13-10 Monarchs at the end of 3, and we're now at 14-11 here off the drop. Paris has it now. Chance working in. Cut in. And it's downtown Brown. On the scoreboard, 14-12. Dawson Brown on an outstanding cut. Took a perfect feed and parked it in the back of the net. Now the lead just 2. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a whole explanation for you right now, but right now Paris has the momentum right here. Killing off that double minor was big. Ball loose. Paris extended out far away from the net. Chance. Gillespie bouncer. Stopped by Haynes. Haynes going to smother that and haul it in. Quick pass. Foulon. He'll look at the back door. Buck's there. But good transition defense again by the RiverWolves now. And it'll be Jesso that sets it up. Gesso with 10 on the shot clock. Rolls off a defender. Good backhand pass to Innes. Ford's quick shot underhand. But Bellinger was there at the right spot to cut down the angle to make the save. The boot. One-on-one. Harlan trying to work him over. Flip off. Rice has been outstanding in this game. Gillespie. His bouncer right on. Ball loose. RiverWolves digging for it hard. Still loose in that corner. Gillespie can't get a hold of it. Hukel can. He'll try to move it up for the Monarchs. Got a good head of steam going now. Avoids the stick check. Leans in again. And this time he'll think better of it on his wrong stick side as he changes direction, pops it to the top for a reset. Gagliardi, 8.5 to go here in the fourth. Dance lets it go right off the logo. Picked up. Bellinger, quick outlet pass to Rice. Rice on the move. Backdoor has Bergsma. 3-on-2. Nakamura takes it. Nakamura backhand! Koichi Nakamura! Picked a fine time to let that backhand go as Nakamura with his second of the game closes the gap now to 1. Tell you, we have sat and watched the growth and progression of Nakamura in his last few years here in the Arenalacrosseleague as makes the transition over from Japan. And boy, between his daily workout schedule and his pure passion and dedication to the game, it's remarkable how far he's come. Off the draw, Monarchs now have been stymied here. Thompson, backdoor, Buck bouncer, stop. Picked up, Bellinger looking for someone, and he'll take the easy path. And again, Thompson read that beautifully with the interception. Dumps it off. Foulon. So who's going to step up here for Toronto now as the gap's closed to 1? Gesso. Trying to skirt around. Ford. In tight. Innes. Backhand try right on. Big save by Bellinger there. Airing it out. Nakamura. Trying to hang on to it. Gets bodied off that. Good job by Gagliardi. Didn't draw a penalty either as Heidecker. Thompson, one-on-one. That's a tough matchup there as Ashton now will work it over to Buck. Gets it back, one-on-one. Speaking of tough matchups, and that one hits Thompson behind the net. You can bet he didn't try to make that save. Bellinger, though, fishing for it instead. Comes out, it's Kearney, but who else? As Kearney goes tumbling down on a great extra effort, and now the RiverWolves will look to move it up. Under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. 1-goal game. Clark set it up, works it to Bergsma. Bergsma changes direction, gets a screen with Gillespie. Kicks it out, Campbell leaves it. On the curl, man down for the RiverWolves. Kick over, Bergsma's going to have to let it go. Bergsma off the crossbar. And a chance for Ashton, who leaked out. Breakaway. Ashton, 5-hole. Tough break on the other side for the RiverWolves, but what a read there by Liam Ashton, who knew to quietly leak out on the right side, and that carom came perfectly right to him. And he managed to get a breakaway, and he makes good a big goal, 15-13. Just over 6 minutes to play here, and this is still anybody's game. Off the draw, Heidecker and Nakamura. Nakamura, a slick pickup, gets possession now, and LeBoot will slow it up. So Paris back to work. Do they have the legs here to climb all the way back is the question. They'll work it across now, and it's Campbell. Campbell with 10. Campbell's bounce. That one easy save for Haynes as that jumped up, and with 5:46 to go, that will take us to our final officials timeout. Looks like the dust is settled, so 3:49 the clock. So Paris now to work, down by 2, Bergsma. Ducks in, Bergsma flips it back out. Right, looking to duck in is Brown. Brown chased out on some good defense, reverses his direction. Bergsma picks that up. 8 on the shot clock, lets the underhand go, that's wide. And with 5 on the shot clock, Jennings is going to try to leave it loose, let the shot clock go, and now possession will belong to Toronto now, and it's Patrick Thompson. Quick pass up to Foulon. Foulon's quietly put together a good game as well. In traffic, Innes across, on the doorstep, off the crossbar. So, boy, there's a lot of chips of paint off the frame of the nets here on both ends as both teams come close. Toronto now will pick it up, but they'll have to move up on the 20. Innes does. Innes zips it across. Gesso off the boards, kicks it out. Ford's underhand right on. Bellinger had Hanser. Instead, he'll keep it a little more local. Pelliccioni. Under 2.5 to go. On the doorstep, Gillespie, and he scores! Dylan Gillespie has closed the gap. Now it's 15-14. Third of the game for the big fella off a great feed. And with 2:21 to play, Monarchs trying to hang on dearly. See who steps up coming down the stretch here. This is money time. Off the draw, Nakamura, big face-off win. Nakamura, he gets run down and doesn't like it, has a little retribution, and they'll let that go. Paris has possession, so Nakamura's job well done. Rice now. Campbell, some havoc. Rice lets it go off the post. So more iron. Rice going to have to win this race with Hukel. He does. Flips it over, and now moving it up is Clark. Dumps it off. Bergsma, Clark. Kick out. Gillespie's shot steered aside. Campbell gets a handle on it. Fresh 20. Campbell swings it across Bergsma. Bergsma. Kick out across. And it pops out of Clark's stick now and twisting the ankle, and I think we may have an ankle injury as Kearney is not able to straighten that out, and not a good sign, and hate to see that. Noah Kearney with an outstanding game. And Toronto now with possession. Just over a minute to play. On the cut, Ford, point blank stop. Paris now gonna race up. 1:05 to go. Hanser, chopped down, nothing doing. Hanser gonna go for a run, wait for some help. Under a minute now, might need a timeout. May not have one, not sure. Rice had a notion with 10. Rice goes to it, and he finds the back of the net. 15-15. Oh, baby, Owen Rice, 5th of the game. Comes with 45.7 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Wow. So of the 3 games that we've already played in Week 8 in the Arenalacrosseleague, Friday nights was an overtime win, 12-11 for Brampton. Whitby 10-9 over the Six Nations Snipers. 16-13 Peterborough over Ohsweken, and That game was even closer than 3 goals. Paris off the draw. Good hands. Tried to one-hander in, and instead it's Kuminga. Kuminga. Thompson. One man to beat. 28 seconds. Back door. Dancer. Dancer! Jordan Dance. The best footwork he's shown here today. 16-15 Toronto. Snake bitten at first. Just his second of the game for Dance, but boy, he came racing out of that back door with a purpose, and Patrick Thompson with a picture-perfect feed on the money for the finish. 25.4 seconds to go. 1-goal lead for the Monarchs. Off the draw, Nakamura, and timeout called by Paris. 23.1 seconds. We'll be back with the remainder of regulation. All locked and loaded here as we get ready for this final 23 seconds. Play diagrammed up by head coach Jamie Dubrick. See what the RiverWolves and how well they can execute here. Clock ticking now, trailing by a goal. Net empty for the extra attacker. Down to 10. Rice. From the top, great save by Haynes. That one right in the breadbasket, 6.3. And I believe Toronto now is looking to take a timeout, and they will. And we'll take a quick break. So possession is going to belong to the Monarchs. They're going to go with their sure hand guy in Patrick Thompson. 6.3 seconds left on the clock. Thompson's going to roll that down, and they're going to do it again. The clock didn't start right when it should have. So net empty. Thompson's going to do it again. 6.3 on the clock. Thompson goes to the other side. Picked off and not able to get it. So that's going to do it. A big win for the Toronto Monarchs. 16-15 the final. That, of course, will do it for us here on behalf of the Arenalacrosseleague, the ILA, of course, all of our volunteers, and, of course, JVI Productions for another great job. Week 8 in the books. Make sure you join us for Week 9 next week. Arenalacrosseleague action in full effect.